Good morning, dear students. This is our SST class, and I am your social science teacher Saroj Kiran. So, students, I hope you all are enjoying your study by sitting at home. You are not going anywhere, okay? So, you are safe and secure at your home only. So, our fourth chapter of history was going on, and today is its last part we have to do. The name of our chapter, Tribal, the Coos, and the Vision of a Golden Age. Students, in this chapter, you have learned so many things about the tribal people, about their problems and the conditions after and the before the arrival of the Britishers in the forest. Okay, so we have seen so many difference in that. Okay, so now the whatever the tribal people, they were fed up with the moneylenders, with the traders, with the Britishers, their policies. Okay, so forest department and all. Okay, so because now they were dying with hunger, one type of. Okay, so nobody was there to listen their problems and all. So they wanted to now get rid from all these problems. Okay, students, so here we have talked many things regarding forest life or the tribal life, how they were living. Okay, what new policies has been started by the Britishers and all. But now what will happen? Okay, because they were not allowed to use anything from the forest without the permission of the government. Which government? British government. Okay, they had to go out from their shelters in search of food, sometime in search of jobs or works. They had to work like a laborer at daily basis, laborer and all. Okay, so sometime they had to work in coal mines. Okay, sometime they had to work in whatever tea plantations and all. With all the things, the tribal were fed up. They wanted to get rid from all these problems. Now if the persons are in this kind of condition, what they will do? Anybody knows? Yes, they want, if somebody wanted to get rid of that condition, how that person can do? Until and unless that person go revolt. Okay, go for revolt, right? So students, today we will see a closer look of how and when these revolted done by the tribal people started. Okay, so first movement, or we can say that rebellion, was started by the Coles in 1831 to 32, right? Santhalas were also got revolted against the Britishers, moneylenders, and the traders in 1855. Okay, then Bastar rebellion also started in 1910. Okay, and if we talk about Warli revolt was also started against the Britishers and their policies in 1940. So we can say that why these why these tribal were collectively uh, against the Britishers, because they wanted to get rid from all these things, whether they are British officials, police, jamindar, moneylenders, or trader. These revolt were against the all these person. Okay, because now tribal people wanted to get their earlier situation back when they were living happily in the forest and all, right? So next is about Birsa Munda. About Birsa Munda we have already talked about. Okay, some people were thinking he is the person sent by the god on the earth. Okay, you know to solve their problems, to solve tribals problems and all. So uh, when he was born in 1870. Okay, so he belonged to Munda tribal. That's why he is known as Birsa Munda. He was son of poor father. He grew up around the forest of Bahonda. Okay, grazing sheep, playing in the flute and all. Okay, he was doing all these things. Okay, in his childhood, right? So slowly he was growing up, and he was also going to know the problems of the their people, tribal people. Okay, so uh, who was the reason of these people? He was, thinking, he was observing all the things, he were listening. Okay, the Kus are the responsible for this. Okay, so sometime he was their ancestors, or sometime their grandparents or their parents, or from the other person. He was listening the golden age of their, tribal people, or the golden age of their community, when they were free to go here or there. Okay, before the arrival of the Dikus and all. Okay, so we can say that Virsa was observing all these things slowly, slowly. Okay, he also went to school at that time. What kind of schools there? We have done earlier. Yes, Christian missionaries has started the schools. Okay, so he was going in all these schools and getting knowledge. It was also said that it was possible for Mundas to, attain the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so and again their lost rights and all. So all these things has been, told by the other person. So Munda was, whatever the Munda was listening, or whatever the Birsa Munda has observed. Okay, so he was thinking that our society should, leave the bad practices. Okay, so they should not follow the, witchcraft and sorcery and all. Okay, they should, they should give up drinking liquor. They should clean their houses and stop doing whatever the unwanted and the bad things are there. Birsa wanted that. Okay, so slowly, slowly, in 1895, Birsa urged means what? Encouraged. Okay, Birsa encouraged his followers to recover their glorious past. What was glorious past? When they were free. Okay, so he was started collecting the peoples and all, belonging to their tribal and all. Okay, he was thinking they did not kill their brethren and relatives and all. They should be united against the Dikus. Okay, so he was thinking, or he was also wanted people to once again work on their hands, on their lands. Sorry, settle down and cultivate their lands. Means he was observing all the things, and he was thinking their golden age, the last part of our, chapter. What is that? The vision of golden age. So that vision was only of Munda. Okay, so Munda was thinking that golden age should come again when they were free, when the tribals were free. Okay, they were using forest produce. There were no any law and, policies under them. They had to work. So he was thinking all these things. So that's why he started collecting or gathering or encouraging or, urge the people. Okay, so against the missionaries, against the money lenders, Hindu landlords, and the government. Okay, so Munda Raj was starting now. We can see, because he was working as a leader. Okay, with Birsa at, Birsa was his, we can say that, surname. And the movement, entitled all these forces as the cause of the miseries the Mundas were suffering. Whatever, not only Mundas were suffering, all, tribal people were suffering. So that's why Munda decided, okay, I had to work on this project. What was the project? What was his ambition? To set free all the tribals from the miseries and sorrows which has been gifted by the Dikus. Okay, so he was thinking. So as the movement appeared, or the movement was spreading, you know, because only Munda was urging the people, tribal people. So that's why the Britishers thought we should arrest Birsa Munda only. So they arrested okay, and convicted him on charges of rioting and jailed him for 2 years. And after 2 years, what happened in, you see, in 1895 he got arrested, and what will happen in 1897? He again began touring the village to gather support and all. Okay, so he was thinking these Dikus are like Ravan. Okay, so we should kill that Ravan. Okay, so these Europeans, these traders, they are Dikus. These Dikus are Ravan. So, and they should, destroy them, and they should establish their own kingdom, right, where they will do freely their work and all. Okay, so how they have done, they attacked on the police station, churches, okay, raided the whatever property of the moneylenders and all, jamindars and all. Okay, so they raised their white flag as a symbol of Virsaraj. Okay, they raised their flags. Okay, means they raised their flag. Yes, now we are free. Okay, so we have, defeated the Dikus, the Ravanas, or the moneylenders, or the Jamindars, or the traders. Okay, in 1900, who died? Birsa died now because of cholera. Okay, the movement faded out now. However, the movement was, in at least two ways. First, it forced the colonial government to introduce laws so that the land of the tribals could not be easily taken over by the Dikus. Means, first thing they have understood कि whatever tribal people's land, whatever forest are, it cannot be taken easily. And second thing, the Britishers came to know that it showed once again that the tribal people had the capacity to protect their forest, to protest against injustice, and express their anger against the colonial rule, right? So they did this in their specific way, in their own specific way, inventing their own ritual and the symbols of struggle. So Munda taught these two lessons to the Dikus or the moneylenders or the traders or the Britishers. They are not weak. They also, the tribal people also knew how to protect themselves. So this was our chapter, students. I think text exercise we have done maximum. Whatever is remaining, I will be sending today only. So please take care of yourself, be safe, and keep learning. Bye, goodbye, take care.